Hey, what's up everybody? This is Rex with High Desert. Today we're going to be going over the field strip and disassembly of the SIG Sauer MPX pistol. Anyway, hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Step 1 is going to be unload and clear the rifle. So there's no mag in. Bore is clear. Alright, second step is bolt carrier forward and make sure it's on safe. So again, clear. Bolt carrier is forward. We're on fire. Now we're on safe. Alright, step 3 is going to be pushing the takedown pin. We're going to use our handy dandy tool here. This is the takedown pin in the rear. We're going to push it left to right. You pull it out until it stops. Step 4 is going to be pushing the pivot pin. That's this guy. Again, we're going to use our handy dandy tool. We'll push it until it stops in the detent. So push it, detent stops. Step 5 is going to be separating the upper and lower receivers. So we've got the upper receiver and the lower pistol receiver. Step 6, we're going to grasp the charging handle and pull it rearward until it stops. Step 7 is going to be to remove the bolt carrier group. Step 8 is going to be taking the charging handle out. And there we go. We are field stripped. Alright, we're going to continue on page 54. This is the detailed disassembly of the bolt carrier and the bolt. We're going to kind of combine steps 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. It's going to go kind of quick. So what we're doing is we're going to be removing the left side spring from the bolt carrier group. So this is the recoil spring and the recoil spring guide rod. We're going to be taking both of those out. So basically what you're going to want to do is retract the spring and rotate this little piece out of the way, which allows the spring to come off. And then you're going to take the guide rod and you're going to pull it forward out of your bolt carrier assembly. You actually only have to remove the left side for disassembly, so that's kind of nice. Alright, step 6 is going to be to remove the firing pin retaining pin. I'm going to push it out right here on the right side of the bolt carrier. I'm using the tip of our tool here and get that pin coming out. So we've got the pin. Step 7, we're going to remove the firing pin and spring. So we've got both of those out. Step 8 is going to be to rotate this cam pin right here. I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees, which allows it to come out. And then our bolt will go ahead and slide right out. There's the bolt. Alright, we're going to go ahead and reset this MPX, and we're going to start with the bolt and the cam pin. So we're going to take our bolt carrier group and we're going to take our bolt, make sure that this hole is aligned up. We'll get it in there nice and straight, and we'll put the cam pin back in. The cam pin will drop in. You make sure and rotate it back the 90 degrees, so these two little detents are lining up together. Alright, continuing in reverse order, we're going to go back and put the firing pin and firing pin spring back on. So we're going to put the spring on first. I'm going to go ahead and drop the firing pin in. Make sure it seats all the way. Then we'll put the firing pin retaining pin back in. It's this guy. You have to make sure and depress the firing pin just a little bit so that it'll go back in. Doing that with my index finger. I like to make sure that we've got it pushed in all the way. Put our spring rod and our spring back in. Spring rod goes back in just the way it came out. spring goes on. And then you're, just like before, you're going to depress the spring, hold it down. You're going to rotate this guy back up to engage the rod, and then release your spring. Alright, if we keep going in reverse order, we're going to turn back to page 53. We'll put our charging handle back in. Alright, we'll take our bolt carrier group and go ahead and put that back in. You want to make sure that your bolt is forward. So you're going to slide the cam forward, make sure that your bolt is extended, otherwise it won't go in. Push that forward, your charging handle will go forward and it'll click. And we'll go ahead and put our receivers back together, starting with the front, which is the pivot pin. So we'll put the front one first, so we've got our pivot pin, and then our retaining pin in the back, and we're all done. As always, when you do any disassembly, you do a function check when you're done. Safety off, squeeze the trigger, hammer down. We'll keep the trigger depressed. We'll charge it again. Trigger resets. Looks like everything's working as it should. Thanks for watching our field strip and disassembly of the SIG SAUER MPX pistol. This is Rex with High Desert Precision, your source for precision rifles and the gear that supports the gun.